Hey everybody, Taylor Brown here with String Fairy. In this episode, I'm going to play around with the checker texture in Blender using the procedural nodes. So let's get started. By the way, this is not a tutorial, it's just going to be me playing around until I find something that's interesting. Let's render this out, and let's use a checker texture here. Make it black and white. Make sure that we're using the UVs here. Ramp up the scale here. Like so. Okay. Now let's do 30. Let's go. Okay. Let's use the vector here, and then I'm going to offset each row by half a tile. So to do that, let's copy the checker texture here. Use the UV again because we're working in 2D, and separate X, Y, and Z, and only combine and match together the X axis here. Now let's use the separate X, Y, and Z for this one right here. Combine X, Y, and Z, and then just use a mixed RGB on the, I believe the Y-axis. Plug this into the bottom color socket here. Now they're being offset. It's pretty cool. You can change the scale and see what happens here. Let's do 60. Twice the amount of the one up there. Interesting. Let's do 60 right here and 30 on here instead. Like that. And we can always change the mapping one down here so that it's scaled properly. So that squares again, because what this checker texture does up here is that it stretches the texture, so we always have to move it back with this right here. Let's try to change the blend here. And then let's try to change the scale here. Let's do 3 times the amount, 60 asterisk 3. No, not too interesting. Let's do 60 again. Let's change the blend type here. Something like let's do value. It's pretty much the same as mix. Let's change it to color. Doesn't do anything. Let's do saturation here. Maybe we'll do something with color if we make this color here. Nope. Okay, never mind. Oh, it does. It does. Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. Ooh, I like that. Interesting. It's very finicky though. It's very hard to get precise. I'm trying to get this right here like matching up to this by the center. There we go. That's good enough. Then we can always change it to back to black. Let's change the blend type to let's see here, saturation. Let's do a resaturated red here. Doesn't do anything. Okay. Let's do hue. Doesn't do anything. Okay. Let's do divide. Now the hue, changing the hue doesn't do anything. Well, maybe if we it does do something, okay. But only if it has saturation all the way up, or more than 0 anyways. And okay, cool. Interesting. Let's head back to black. But we see how the colors will influence this the side of these rows right here. Interesting. Let's change this to subtract. Change the color here. And change the size here as well. Let's do 60 again. Let's change the blend type to difference. This creates some the pattern stops around here and then creates a new pattern. I'm not really sure why that's the case, but it's kind of interesting. Let's change the blend type to linear light. Change this back to black. And change the factor here. Change the size here. It's pretty much the same as mix, as far as I can tell. Let's change the blend type to soft light. This one creates a new pattern in the center here. So this is a bit different than linear light. Let's change this to overlay. That's quite interesting. I wish that it kept the same pattern all the way through though, because I like that one up here, but I don't like the one down here that much. You can always change the size as well. Get something completely different. Change it back to 60. Then let's change the blend type to add. That's just like mix basically. Yeah, it's just mix. Let's do dodge. Interesting. Let's use the y-axis. No. Change the color here. Makes the line right here thicker or thinner. Change the color. Interesting. It's like it's shifting up. Let's do set it back to black again. Let's use screen. I like this one. This one's good. Let's change the scale here. Let's do 30. Ooh, like that. Quite a bit. 15. Interesting. Let's do 15 up here as well. And 60 down here. $30 down here. So yeah, we can create a lot of interesting things really fast just with the setup right here. Let's change the blend type to lighten this time. Oh, lighten, yeah. Let's use different color here. Make it match up to the scale down there, 30. Let's change the factor here. Interesting. It's like it's jittering here. It's like it's loading. Look at that. It's loading each row. That's really interesting. Let's change the blend type to burn. Change the color here. Change that. Let's do multiply. Change the size here. Let's do one more here. Get these squares across the surface if we just multiply it. Let's try to change the scale here. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. It's not repeating a pattern. Actually it is. No, it's not. Look at this. It's smaller up here than it is down here. Oh, that's because it's different size, maybe. Well, then it comes back to this. Let's change the blend type, or the factor rather. Let's do darken. Change the color here. Interesting. Then let's just multiply. So all the way to 1. Then let's copy this over here. Just make it have a new one, new checker texture after this first one. Let's change the size here. Now we get entirely different results. Let's use the same coordinate for this one right here. Let's do 15 right here. You like that. Interesting. Let's do 5 or 3. Let's color this red. Plug this into the base color here. It's very interesting. Let's do black and red. Or white. Yeah, so guys, this is a very interesting setup where we can use it to create all kinds of patterns just by